My child, this message is for you alone. Yes, you. Do not look to your left or to your right. This moment is not general, it is precise. It carries your name. I have been guiding you to it in quiet ways, nudges you brushed off, delays that annoyed you, small detours that made no sense. They were all arrows pointing here. Do not move, do not decide, do not send that text, do not sign that paper until you listen. You almost passed this, but something in your spirit told you to stop. That was me calling you. I reached into the noise and placed a hand on your shoulder. I interrupted you because I love you too much to let you rush into a doorway that looks open but leads to a room of regret. There are forces that do not want you to hear the next sentence, because this next sentence will dismantle their plan. Your pause is the first act of obedience that protects your next decision. Take one slow breath. Put your hand on your chest. Stay with me. Do you feel that rhythm under your palm? I set that cadence. I know the storms that have tried to rewrite it. I know the pressure that pushes you to perform, to fix, to answer, to hurry, but I am not in the panic. I am in the pause. What you call delay, I call deliverance. What feels like waiting is in fact me holding the door until the right hour. The right alignment, the right protection is in place. I am not teasing you. I do not tease my children. When I tell you to stop, I am saving you from a collision you cannot see yet. Listen to me. You are about to make a decision that echoes beyond a day. It touches legacy. It touches health. It touches provision. That is why your phone keeps lighting up. That is why your mind keeps racing. That is why the timeline keeps pulling you into a scroll that numbs the ache instead of healing it. The enemy's first strategy is speed, and he will dress it like opportunity. But I am the Lord who orders steps, not rushes impulses. I have the final say. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and right now I have decreed a holy halt over you. Take another breath. Slower this time. Let your shoulders drop. I am here. I was there the last time you decided too fast and carried the weight of it for months. I was there when you apologized to yourself in the dark and said you would do it differently next time. This is that next time. This is the grace to do it differently. Obedience begins before the answer. It begins with the pause that honors me more than your fear of missing out. You are not late, my child. You are on my clock. I set this appointment before you saw the problem. I orchestrated even your curiosity, your weariness, your random click. None of it was random. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word stands. And my word to you now is simple and strong. Be still. Do not move. Do not decide. Do not send that text. Do not sign that paper until you have listened and I have spoken peace. I will show you how to move. I will show you when to move. But right now, do this one thing with me. Stay. Your staying is not passive. It is powerful. It breaks the agreement with fear. It silences the counterfeit urgency. It opens your ears. Stay with me. Hand on your chest, breath steady, heart quieted. I am here, and I am about to make your next step unmistakable. My child, listen closely. Before you act, you must recognize the field you are standing on. Your decision is not a small hallway. It is a doorway. The enemy fights hardest at doorways because once you pass through, authority shifts, territory expands, and inheritance arrives. He cannot build a house, so he tries to keep you from entering the one I prepared. He cannot close what I opened, so he tries to rush you through a counterfeit entrance before your eyes have adjusted to the light. This is why the pressure spiked. This is why the noise multiplied. This is why even now your mind keeps trying to sprint ahead while your spirit longs to breathe. Do you feel the tug of war? Even in this moment, the tactics are predictable. A notification pings. A text from someone you haven't heard from in months suddenly appears. An email subject line shouts, "Urgent." A random memory of failure flashes across your mind. Your body tightens, your breath climbs into your chest, and that thought whispers, "Just decide now. Deal with the fallout later." Then another voice says, "Do it later. You don't need this right now." Later is a thief when I have appointed now to listen. Rushing is a snare when I have commanded you to be still. The enemy sends a reason to multitask, a phantom emergency, a sudden need to tidy, scroll, snack, check one more thing. Anything to swallow the silence where my peace would settle. Hear me. That rush you feel is not always wisdom. Sometimes it is a trap dressed like urgency. Pressure will put on a suit and call itself responsibility. Anxiety will grab a clipboard and rename itself strategy. Panic will wear a productivity badge and pretend to be momentum. I am not in the stampede. I am not in the chaos. I am the Lord who leads you beside still waters to restore your soul before I march you into promised ground. What I author, I anchor. What I command, I cover. I do not tease my children. I do not lure you into confusion. I lead you into peace. The enemy has studied your patterns. He knows where you feel least believed, least provided for, least seen. He nudges those bruises at thresholds. He whispers scarcity when you are one faithful pause away from abundance. He brings comparison to your feed the same hour I bring confirmation to your spirit. He tries to convince you that hesitation is failure and that slowness is loss. But I say to you, slowness with me is strategy, and the only failure is moving without me. My child, I have the final say over timing. Heaven and earth may shift and shake, but my word to you stands. Do not be moved by hurry. Be moved by my voice. If your spirit is shaking, it is not because you are weak. It is because something is trying to move you before you are aligned. Take your hand and lay it on your chest again. Breathe. Feel the rhythm I set. Speak peace to your own body with me. Let your shoulders release the counterfeit weight. Now, practical steps. Put the phone face down. Silence the alerts. Give me these next minutes without splitting your attention. You are not being irresponsible. You are being led. Ask me this simple question. Is this rush from you? Then wait. If what rises is pressure, fear, or the need to prove, that is not me. If what settles is clarity, humility, and quiet courage, that is the beginning of my peace. Do not be surprised if resistance crescendos when you choose stillness. Doorways are contested. Remember this pattern and do not be intimidated by it. When you feel your mind sprint, call it back. When your hand reaches for a distraction, let it fall. When the thought says, "You'll miss your window," answer with, "My decree. I am the one who opens doors that no one can shut, and I hold doors open for my children. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. If the opportunity requires you to abandon peace to seize it, it is not an opportunity from me. Some of you have been trained by disappointment to equate speed with safety. If I decide fast, I won't feel the fear. But speed does not heal fear. It hides it and multiplies the cost later. I am not hiding costs from you. I am revealing paths that do not add sorrow to your blessing. You will not be late obeying me. You will be late if you outrun me. My pace is protection. My cadence is confirmation. I will not let you miss what has your name on it. So hear my instruction and receive it as love. Guard your attention as if it were treasure, because it is. Your focus is a seed. Where you plant it, fruit grows. Plant it in panic, and you will harvest confusion. Plant it in my presence, and you will harvest discernment. This is not hype, this is prophecy. The fastest way to lose your way is to run with everyone else. The surest way to find the way is to walk with me. Stay with me. Keep breathing. Let the pressure melt off your mind like wax in the heat of my nearness. The storm at your threshold is proof that the next room matters. Your decision is a doorway. The enemy is pressing you to sprint. I am teaching you to step. Haste steals discernment, but peace returns it. And in this peace, I will make your next move unmistakable. My child, now that you have stilled the rush, hear me. I am giving you a gate, not a suggestion. A gate, 3 steps in this order. Pause, pray, listen. Do not rearrange them. Do not blend them. Do not rush them. Sequence is safety. Order is armor. Your breakthrough is not in doing more. It is in doing the next thing in the right order. The enemy attacks order because order aligns you with me. He will try to push you to skip the pause, to perform instead of pray, to talk over the listening. But I am setting a gate in front of your decision. And when you honor this gate, confusion loses jurisdiction. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and I have decreed peace to govern your steps. Pause. This is not passive waiting, this is active obedience. Pause is the moment you lay your hand on the brake and say, I refuse the urgency that is not from God. Pause is the stillness that breaks the back of panic. When you pause, you step out of the enemy's tempo and into mine. In the pause, your breath returns to you. Your shoulders come down. Your mind stops sprinting long enough for truth to find you. Do this now with me. Unclench your jaw. Let your hands relax. Lay your palm on your chest and say, I choose your pace. Do not try to think your way into peace. Let my presence settle it. The pause interrupts the impulse cycle that has cost you before. The pause is the first yes. I do not tease my children. I would not ask you to pause if I did not intend to meet you there. Pray. After the pause, do not reach for a spreadsheet first. Reach for me. Prayer is not performance. You do not have to audition for direction. You are mine. I already know what you need. Prayer is the transfer of control from your hands to mine. It is where you stop carrying outcomes and start practicing trust. Keep it short. Keep it honest. Keep it present tense. Stop explaining yourself to me. Start inviting me to govern. Say this out loud, even if it shakes. Father, I place this decision in your hands. I reject haste and fear. Align my desires with your will. I surrender my timeline. I refuse to be led by panic. Speak, and I will obey. That is it. I am not counting words. I am receiving your heart. When you pray like this, the pressure to prove dissolves because you have returned the steering wheel to the one who sees the whole road. Listen, many of you pray and then run. You ask me to speak and then you change the subject. Listening is not empty silence. It is attention discipline. It is how you honor my voice above the commentary in your head. My voice is steady, never frantic. It carries calm certainty. Even when the instruction challenges you, it does not accuse, it does not belittle, it does not bargain with your worth. The shout of fear will try to drown out my whisper of peace with now or never. If you don't move, you'll miss it. They'll be disappointed in you. Recognize those as tactics. My direction may be precise, but it will not be chaotic. When it is me, you will feel a quiet settling, a sense that the room inside of you just got larger. Your breath will deepen, your shoulders will unknot. The thought will come simple, often smaller than you expected. Wait 2 days. Ask for clarity. Call this person. Decline with honor. The wisdom of heaven often wears humility. Let it be enough. Here is how I want you to practice the gate with me now. Set a simple timer. Do not negotiate with this, just do it. First, 30 seconds of stillness. Pause. No fixing, no rehearsing what you will say. Eyes closed if you can. Feel your breath. With every exhale, release urgency. If a thought screams for attention, let it float past without grabbing it. This is you stepping out of the stampede. Next, 60 seconds of prayer. Pray. Speak in a low voice. Short sentences, present tense. Use the words I gave you or your own, but keep the posture the same. Surrendering control, inviting alignment, renouncing panic. If tears come, they are welcome. If no words come, whisper my name and let that be your surrender. You are not performing, you are placing. Then 2 minutes of attentive quiet. Listen, stay. Do not fill it. Let me fill it. If your mind tries to run to outcomes, bring it back to me with one phrase. I am here. Notice what shifts. Do you feel the calm arriving like a tide? Do you sense a phrase rising that carries weight without volume? Do not wrestle with it. Receive it. If nothing specific comes, do not call it failure. Peace itself is direction. Do not move yet. I lead by presence before I lead by plan. Repeat this cycle twice. That is not busy work, that is calibration. The second time, you will notice the frantic voices grow quieter. You will notice that what felt urgent now feels small. You will notice that a narrow path appears in your mind where there was fog. That is me. The enemy will protest. You do not have time for this. But you do not have time to fix what haste will break. My child, I have more for you than survival. I am teaching you to govern with peace. Understand why the order matters. Pause before you pray, because a hurried heart will try to recruit me to bless its panic. Pray before you listen, because surrender opens the ears. Pride plugs them. Listen before you act, because obedience is not guesswork. It is response. When you invert the order, you invite confusion to sit in the counselor's chair. When you keep the order, you place me back on the throne of your decision. This is not hype. This is prophecy. The way you choose this hour will echo into rooms you have not entered yet. I am protecting your inheritance with process. If in the listening you receive a clear step and it carries peace, write it simply in your heart and do not rush to announce it. Guard it. If it challenges you but does not churn you, that is me calling you higher. If you feel only the instruction to wait, honor it. Waiting with me is not inactivity, it is preparation. Peace is your confirmation. Haste is a trap. I am not late, I am precise. Now take one more breath with me. Say this with me, aloud. Pause, pray, listen, in that order. Let those words be a gate you walk through again and again. When the notification pings, when the offer arrives, when the memory stings, you know what to do. Pause, pray, listen. Your breakthrough is not waiting for a bigger push. It is waiting for better order. Stay with me, and I will make the next step unmistakable. My child, open your mouth. Do not whisper inside your head. Sound matters. Heaven hears and hell recognizes authority when it comes through your voice. Pressure thrives in silence. Peace multiplies when spoken. You have paused. You are here. Now pray with me, out loud, sentence by sentence. I will lead. You will repeat. Let your own ears hear your agreement with me. This is how you shift the atmosphere from pressure to peace. Say this. Father, I pause. I surrender. I will not be rushed. I will not be pressured. Say it again, slower, with breath. Father, I pause. I surrender. I will not be rushed. I will not be pressured. Place your hand on your chest. Feel the life I gave you. Now renounce the counterfeits that have tried to steer you. Say this with strength. I reject haste. I reject fear. I reject people-pleasing. I reject the need to prove myself. Again, I reject haste. I reject fear. I reject people-pleasing. I reject the need to prove myself. Now invite me to govern what you cannot see. Speak these words as keys. Father, speak clearly. Close doors I cannot see. Open doors no one can shut. Once more as decree, speak clearly. Close doors I cannot see. Open doors no one can shut. Now align your pace with mine. Say, I choose your timing over my timeline. I choose your pace over my pressure. I choose obedience over outcomes. Now, surrender control of the narrative you have been trying to manage. Say, I give you my yes without conditions. I give you my trust without a guarantee I can see. I give you my decision-making seat. Breathe. Now we will cancel agreements with confusion. Say this, I silence every voice that is not your voice. I bind the shout of fear. I evict confusion from my mind. I make room for peace. Again, with authority, I silence every voice that is not your voice. I bind the shout of fear. I evict confusion from my mind. I make room for peace. Now come into identity. Identity is anchor. It keeps you from being blown off course by urgency. Say, I am your child. I am guided. I am protected. I am not forgotten. One more time. I am your child. I am guided. I am protected. I am not forgotten. Now we will invite holy interruption into the next steps you will take. Say, Father, interrupt me if I begin to drift. Stop me if I start to run without you. Redirect me when flattery, pressure, or fear try to lead. Now renounce the hidden motives that muddy discernment. Say, I renounce the fear of man. I renounce the need to be impressive. I renounce the lie that faster is safer. I renounce the thought that delay is denial. Now receive my governance over timing. Say, you are Lord over my calendar. You are Lord over my deadlines. You are Lord over my opportunities. You are Lord over my inbox, my calls, and my thoughts. Say it again with simplicity. You are Lord here. Breathe. Feel how the ground inside you is already settling. Peace comes where invited, and I am present. Now speak to your body and your nervous system with me. Say, body, be still. Breath, slow down. Heart, receive peace. Mind, align with the mind of Christ. Now to the decision itself. Place it before me by name if you can, or simply say, this decision. Say, Father, I place this decision on your altar. I refuse to be led by panic. I refuse to be baited by urgency. I choose to be led by your peace. Invite wisdom to counsel you. Say, Spirit of wisdom, rule here. Spirit of counsel, advise me. Spirit of might, strengthen me to obey. Now ask for clarity that is calm, not chaotic. Say, give me instruction that carries peace, even if it challenges me. Give me courage to wait if waiting is wisdom. Give me language to decline with honor if decline is obedience. Now we will decree boundaries over manipulative influence. Say, no voice will pressure me out of your will. No flattery will seduce me away from your path. No fear will dictate my timeline. No scarcity will hijack my choice. Declare what I have said to you about doors. Say, you open and no one can shut. You shut and no one can open. I trust your hands on every door concerning me. Now consecrate your mouth. Your mouth is not commentary, it is a steering wheel. Say, I guard my words. I refuse to prophesy panic over my life. I refuse to rehearse dread. I will speak peace, clarity, and obedience. Replace the rehearsed doom with rehearsed truth. Say, I am provided for. I am led well. I am covered. I will not miss what has my name on it. The enemy hates this prayer because it disarms his first weapon, speed. Now place a seal over what you have spoken. Say, I seal this prayer in the name above every name. I cover it in the blood of Jesus. I agree with heaven's decree for my life. Now declare the shift happening now, not later. Now. Say, it is done. Peace is taking over my mind right now. It is done. Peace is taking over my body right now. It is done. Peace is taking over this decision right now. Let that settle. Breathe in slowly. Exhale what does not belong. Now we will speak over distractions that will attempt to break this atmosphere. Say, I refuse the ping of panic. I refuse the lure of multitasking. I refuse the counterfeit emergency. I choose undivided attention. Say this for reinforcement. My focus is a seed. I plant it in God's presence. I harvest discernment and peace. Now invite signs that confirm without confusion. Say, Father, confirm your word to me in ways I can receive, through your peace, through aligned counsel, through doors that move by your hand alone. Close the counterfeits. Reveal the authentic. Now anchor identity once more, because identity is the soil from which wise decisions grow. Say, I am chosen, I am seen, I am supplied, I am steady, I am not at the mercy of pressure. Pressure is under your feet, and I am in you. Finally, make this decree over your day and the hours ahead. Say, today I move by peace, not by panic. Today I listen before I act. Today I walk in ordered steps. Today I will see the goodness of the Lord in my decisions. Now seal it one last time with certainty that does not need volume to carry weight. Say, it is done, it is done, it is done. Peace is taking over my mind right now. My child, do you feel the quiet? That is not emptiness, that is governance. That is my presence ordering your inner world so your outer steps can be clear. Remember this. When you pray out loud, you reframe the room and rewire the road ahead. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and I have decreed peace to govern your choice. Stay in this atmosphere. Guard it. And as you remain, I will make the next step unmistakable. My child, stay with me. The quiet that just settled is not emptiness. It is evidence. Now I will teach you how to recognize me when the next thought arrives, when the next offer flashes, when the next voice starts to persuade. Hear this and write it on the inside of your ribs. My direction may be challenging, but it will not be chaotic. I do not speak in the stampede. I do not shove. I do not bargain with your worth. I lead with a steady hand and a settled tone. Peace is the sound of my leadership. Here is how you tell the difference. My guidance is steady, simple, and anchored. It often comes smaller than your anxiety expected. One clear step, one sentence you can carry without rehearsing it 100 times. It does not need to shout to be sure. It gives you room to breathe while you obey. Fear, on the other hand, is loud, repetitive, and urgent. It circles the same point until your shoulders climb and your breath shortens. It demands now or never, and it offers no space for prayer, no honor for process, no mercy for your humanity. That is not me. Give yourself this fruit test right now. Hold the thought you are considering. Ask, what fruit does this produce in me? If after you consider it, you feel clarity, courage, and peace, clarity that simplifies, courage that feels like quiet strength, and peace that stays when the adrenaline fades, this is the signature of my direction. If what rises is dread, compulsion, and the need to prove yourself, if your stomach knots and your mind starts bargaining with imaginary critics, that is not me. The enemy counterfeits urgency because he cannot counterfeit peace. Name the counterfeits so you are not seduced by their masks. Shame whispers, you're behind. You have to catch up. Fix it fast so no one sees. Comparison mutters, everyone else is moving. Look at them. If you do not say yes now, you will be last. Scarcity hisses, this is your only chance. If you do not grab it, it will never come again. These are not shepherd tones, they are slave drivers. I am not a taskmaster, I am a father. I do not tease my children, I do not dangle carrots. I set a table, I make a path. I give you instruction that carries grace to do the thing I ask. Listen to your body with me. When it is me, your breath deepens without you trying. Your jaw releases. The room inside expands as if a window opened. You see a small, doable step appear where there was fog. When it is not me, your heart sprints, your vision tunnels. Your sentences lengthen as you try to convince yourself. You scramble to secure outcomes I never told you to hold. Do you feel the difference? That felt difference is discernment in your nervous system, not a superstition. I designed you to register my peace. Here is a reset phrase I am giving you. Use it the moment fog tries to form. Say it out loud, even now. If it brings confusion, it is not my instruction. Pause again. Say it again, slower. If it brings confusion, it is not my instruction. Pause again. This is not an excuse to avoid obedience when it stretches you. This is a boundary that refuses to call chaos calling. I will also show you how peace behaves under pressure. Peace does not argue. Peace does not need to be dramatic to be decisive. Peace does not demand 10 confirmations because it is insecure. It rests while you take the next right step. Peace does not rush you past honor. If I tell you to decline, I will also give you language to honor while you say no. If I tell you to wait, I will give you grace to stay still without self-contempt. If I tell you to act, I will give you focus that narrows to the one thing, not a dozen frenzied motions that leave you empty. Ask yourself now, with me, what decision are you about to make that you feel pushed into? That push is your clue. The enemy pushes, I lead. The enemy shames, I trains. The enemy threatens. You'll lose everything if you don't, while I assure you, you will not miss what has your name on it. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and I have decreed that your steps be ordered by peace. Practice the fruit test on the spot. Take the option in front of you and speak it to me simply. If I take this path, what grows? Wait. Listen for the fruit, not just the facts. If you sense humility rising, if you sense a simple plan forming, if you feel the courage to tell the truth, follow that. If you sense dread clutching you by the throat, if you feel the need to hide or hurry or impress, step back. Pause again. Pray again. Listen again, in that order. I will also expose subtler counterfeits. Flattery dressed as favor says, only you can fix this right now. Say yes to prove your value. Manipulated compassion says, if you loved them, you would bend your boundary. Nostalgia says, it felt good before, do it again, while ignoring the cost you carried last time. These are not my instructions. Love with me does not erase wisdom. Favor with me does not require you to betray your peace. Memory with me is testimony, not a leash. Say this with me to calibrate your ear. I am led by the sound of peace, not the shout of fear. Again, I am led by the sound of peace, not the shout of fear. Now declare the reset once more. If it brings confusion, it is not my instruction. Pause again. My child, this is not a test you can fail. This is training you will master by practice. Each time you choose peace over panic, your ear sharpens. Each time you honor the fruit test, your path straightens. Each time you refuse shame, comparison, and scarcity, their volume lowers. I am with you in the choosing. I am not impatient with your learning. I am making your next step unmistakable, and when you hear me, it will sound like peace, firm, clear, and kind. Even when it stretches you, it will not scramble you. Even when it calls you higher, it will not crush you. Take a breath with me. Let peace lead. And when the push returns, you already know what to do. Pause again, pray again, listen again, until the sound of my peace carries you forward. My child, stay right here with me. I saw the moment you almost gave up. I saw the text you didn't answer because your heart was too tired to form another brave sentence. I saw the bill you turned face down on the table so you could make dinner without crying into the pan. I saw the drive where you pulled over and pressed your forehead to the steering wheel, whispering, "I don't know if I can keep doing this." I was in the car. I put my hand on your back. I would not let you fall through the floor. That tremor in your chest was not the end. It was me catching you. Every tear counted, every silent night heard, every door that closed, witnessed, every time you felt invisible, seen, every time you swallowed the lump in your throat so others could be comfortable, remembered, every time you smiled for the room and then collapsed on the other side of the door, held. I do not miss what marks you. I mark it with you, and I declare meaning over what tried to name you failed and forgotten. That is not your name. You have been carrying more than you let people see. The weight of a family line rested on your shoulders when you were still learning your own balance. You became the strong one when your heart wanted to be a child a little longer. You stretched paychecks like loaves, choosing which bill to honor first, making a miracle out of numbers that did not add up on paper. You grieved privately, losses that did not receive casseroles or condolences because they did not have a headline, just a hole. You carried disappointments you could not say out loud, promises reopened and delayed, opportunities that looked at you and then looked past you, rooms you entered where your gift was welcome but your person felt unseen. My child, I know the weight and I know the shape of it. I have been watching you. I have been keeping you. I never forgot you. Hear me. The delays were not punishment. The detours were not proof of your smallness. The silence was not neglect. The enemy wanted you to interpret timing as rejection, but I have been at work in the foundations. I closed some doors because wolves waited on the other side. I slowed your steps because the bridge ahead was unfinished, and I refused to let you tumble into a river that looked like progress but would have swallowed your peace. I let other people seem early so that you would be right on time. Preparation is not pretty from the inside. Protection can feel like being fenced in when you do not yet see the fire beyond the field. But I have been aligning pieces you cannot name yet. I am not late. I am precise. Look back with me for a moment and see the thread. The job that rejected you spared you from a leader who would have used your gift and starved your soul. The relationship that unraveled kept you from a covenant that would have turned your yes into a leash. The not yet that angered you saved the last of your strength for an open door that will not require you to bleed to belong. I am not a man that I should lie. I do not tease my children. What I reserve, I redeem. What I defer, I develop. What I protect, I prepare. Your tears were not wasted. They were water on the ground of your future. They softened what was hard. They cleansed what shame tried to crust over. They carried the salt of your story into the soil of legacy. You did not know it, but while you thought nothing was happening, roots were wrapping around rock, making you unshakable for the wind to come. Your faith muscles grew in the dark, fiber by fiber, lift by quiet lift, until what used to break you only bends you and lets you spring back. You are stronger than the storm that named itself over your life. You are kinder than the cruelty that visited your childhood. You are wiser than the schemes that tried to bait you with speed. Your season is changing on purpose, not by accident. Breathe with me. Let the ache have a name without letting it have the narrative. Say this softly but out loud. My pain was witnessed. My delays were protection. My preparation was on purpose. Again, my pain was witnessed. My delays were protection. My preparation was on purpose. Do you feel your shoulders drop? That is not denial. That is deliverance from the lie that you were alone. I honor the hidden places you carried it well enough to keep others afloat while you treaded water. I remember the transfer you sent when you needed that money yourself. I remember the dinner you cooked when you had no appetite. I remember the apology you offered when you were the one wounded. I remember the discipline it took to keep your mouth from prophesying panic over your own life. I remember how you stayed. I remember how you got up. I remember how you laid the phone face down and reached for me. I saw every act of quiet obedience. I am the God who sees, and I am the Father who keeps. And because I saw it, I am not leaving you without an answer today. I will not let you sit in validation without direction. Comfort without counsel is not my way. I am moving you from ache to alignment, from remembering the wound to receiving the wisdom that will govern your next steps. What felt random is revealing timing. What looked stalled is about to show sequence. What has been heavy is about to become holy because I am setting it in order. So set your hand on your heart one more time and listen for my steadiness. Your name is not behind. Your name is aligned. Your identity is not almost. Your identity is appointed. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and I have decreed a turning in your season. The grief will not rule your decisions. The bills will not bully your obedience. The crowd's opinion will not confuse your ear. I am with you in the room where you decide, and I am unfurling a banner over you that reads, kept, prepared, ready. This is not hype, this is prophecy. Your pain has been witnessed, and your season is changing on purpose. Now, as we move forward, expect me to speak with the same voice that just wrapped you. I will not switch tones. I will not yank you from peace to panic. I will lead you into what I have already prepared, and I will give you steps that match the strength I have been building in you all along. Stay with me. We are not done. We are just getting to the part where pressure becomes peace and obedience opens the door I have kept with your name on it. My child, close your eyes. Take a slow breath. Feel how the air settles when you agree with me. I set this moment so I could show you what I have already prepared, not what might be possible, but what is ready. I am not asking you to invent a future. I am revealing one. Let every muscle in your face soften. Place your hand over your heart and listen to the rhythm I gave you. Now, come with me. Do you feel it? The air changes first. Ocean air, salt and clean, carrying a scent you can almost taste. The wind is gentle, not loud, as if even the breeze has been trained to respect the peace of this place. The sound of waves, steady, rhythmic, like a metronome set to my timing. Not crashing chaos, but a faithful wash and return, wash and return. The light is warm and golden, pouring through large windows, touching white walls that glow without glare. The floor is cool under your feet, smooth wood that remembers every step but welcomes you like it has been waiting. This is not someone else's house you're visiting. This is the space I prepared with you in mind. Walk with me past the open door. Your shoulders drop without trying. The room opens, spacious, simple, and bright. Large windows frame an endless blue horizon. You can see the line where heaven meets water, and you know in your bones that your limits have just been redrawn by grace. Curtains move like breath. A plant in the corner thrives because it knows the light is faithful here. On the shelf, nothing is cluttered because scarcity has been evicted from this address. Listen, there is the soft laughter of people who feel safe. Even when no one else is here, the walls hold a memory of joy, as if they have been soaking in it. Look left, there is a table, solid wood, long and prepared. White linen laid smoothly, not a wrinkle of worry left on it. Bowls set out, glasses clear as promise. A loaf of warm bread releasing a scent that makes you exhale. Citrus cut and bright. Oil ready to pour. Chairs enough for more than you thought you would ever host. I set this table. I chose its size. I decided on the extra seats because what I am giving you is not a solitary blessing. It is an inheritance that gathers. It welcomes. It heals by feeding what was hungry and seating what was wandering. This is the table where reconciliation will become normal conversation. This is the table where decisions will be made without panic. This is the table where children will learn that stability has a flavor. Step toward the windows. Put your hand on the frame. It is sturdy. There is no rattle in the wind, because I refuse to give you windows that tremble at every change of weather. Open them and feel the breeze slide across your face, cool, kind, and consistent. Out beyond the deck, the sand holds small footsteps and larger ones. Legacy is visible here. A porch swing creaks in the best way, the sound of rest that doesn't apologize for existing. There is a key hanging by the door with your name on a small tag, not because I needed to remember it, but because I wanted you to see it. This is yours by decree, not by accident. Hear me. This is not fantasy. This is not hype. This is prophecy. I am not a man that I should lie. I do not tease my children. This house exists in the physical realm, and it has your name on it, a specific location, a real address. Whether you stand in this exact design or in what it represents, I am showing you your inheritance. Peace you can live inside of, stability that holds when winds rise, restoration that turns broken pieces into beauty on display, provision that does not taunt you with almost enough, and legacy that transforms a family line. The wealth of peace, the wealth of wisdom, the wealth of resources meant to flow through generations. This is the river, and you are the next link in its course. Now feel the practical weight of what this means. Debts breaking like thin twigs under your feet, not by fantasy but by favor and aligned strategy. Paper notices that once caused your chest to seize, replaced by letters that read paid in full, settled, approved, terms reduced. Open doors you could not jimmy with striving, contracts that carry clauses of protection and honor, not hidden fines chained to fear, work that pays and does not drain your soul dry, projects that match your assignment, not your old insecurity, reconciled relationships where words once knotted in your throat now flow in truth and tenderness. The pride that stiffened necks is lowered, and the embrace you longed for finds you at this table, not in a fight for rightness, safety like a roof that does not leak in the night, an address where children sleep through storms, where laughter finds you at breakfast, where a calendar on the wall marks memories instead of survival sprints. Do you see how the pantry is not frantic? It is ordered. There is enough. Not hoarded, provided. Provision here has a smell, fresh bread, ripe fruit, spices ready to flavor, not to cover lack. Open the cabinet. There are clean plates for guests you did not have to impress to invite. Look at the corner desk by the window. Contracts to sign, yes, but none that require you to sell your piece to afford them. There is a chair for study, for learning, for the new language of stewardship that will become your mother tongue. Look at the doorways. No locks from the inside to keep you safe from the people who live here, because safety is in the culture, not just the hardware. This is your inheritance. Now, my child, hear the most important part. I am not showing you a wish. I am revealing a prepared inheritance that requires aligned steps. This is why you must not move too soon, because the next step must match the prepared place. If you sign from panic, you will buy what pressure offers and burden what peace prepared. If you speak from fear, you will close what I was about to open. If you run ahead to prove your worth, you will enter a room your soul cannot furnish. You do not need a faster answer. You need a truer alignment. Pause, pray, listen, in that order, so your action lands in the address I arranged. Do you feel the difference between grasping and receiving? Grasping tightens the chest and narrows the eyes. Receiving widens your breathing and clears your sight. I am training your hands to receive. I am training your feet to move with me. That means there will be a call you do not return until peace returns. There will be an offer you do not jump at because the music playing under it is frenzy, not favor. There will be a yes you speak that surprises even you because it carries weight and rest at the same time. Aligned obedience unlocks the prepared inheritance, not any obedience anywhere. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, but you can choose whether to enter by the door I opened or by the window fear shattered. Choose the door. Say this softly, out loud, here in this room with me. I receive what is prepared. I refuse the counterfeit. My steps will match my inheritance. Again, I receive what is prepared. I refuse the counterfeit. My steps will match my inheritance. Let the words settle like furniture finding its place on the floor. This is not a chant to trick your mind. This is a key you are turning with me. Your written words are seeds. Your spoken words are keys. Your quiet agreement is a sign between us. Look around one more time. See the sun move. The morning light is bright but gentle. Later, gold will soak the walls, and then soft blues will tuck the house to sleep. This place is governed by peace at every hour. On the mantel, a framed photo that has not been taken yet. Faces you love, faces reconciled, faces laughing with the freedom of a house that does not host hidden wars. On the table, a journal open to a page with prayers answered in ink, promises kept, contracts signed, a timeline redeemed instead of rushed. Can you hear music somewhere down the hall? It is not loud because joy here does not have to shout to be real. I am telling you again because I want it tattooed on your choices. This is not imagination, not fantasy, not hyped escape from reality. This is reality arriving at its appointed time. I prepare places before I command steps. I reveal so you can align. I speak peace so you can recognize the address. When you step into the actual doorway, whatever the manifestation looks like, you will know it by this sound you hear even now. Steady waves, steady breath, steady peace. And you will remember that I told you, do not move too soon. You will smile because you waited, and the waiting turned into weight. Glory weight, foundation weight, legacy weight. Keep your eyes closed for another breath. Let the picture fix itself on the inside of your ribs. The enemy will try to fog it with notifications, with sudden sales, with half-true urgencies. Do not let him. Guard this vision by guarding your pace. When you open your eyes, you will not chase what I have already prepared. You will walk toward it in ordered steps. One call, one prayer, one counsel. One act of obedience at a time. In the sequence I will make unmistakable. I am not late. I am precise. Peace is your confirmation. Haste is a trap. Aligned obedience unlocks the prepared inheritance. It is done, my child. Now breathe, and let the sound of the waves teach your feet how to move. My child, listen to me now with the same breath that just settled you. Do not decide while you are bleeding. Do not sign from a wound. Do not make a covenant to stop a pain that needs my presence, not a contract. The enemy times his whispers to your lowest moments because he knows timing can twist even a true desire into a trap. He is not only after what you choose, he is after when you choose it. I am covering you with correction that is protection. You do not need a faster answer. You need a safer timing. Here are the 3 danger moments the enemy loves. After a fight, after a disappointment, after a late-night spiral. After a fight, when your face is hot and your throat is tight, he hisses, "End it. Prove you're done. Break the bridge so you never have to feel this again." After a disappointment, when a door you wanted shuts and the echo insults you, he whispers, "Quit! Lower the bar! Call it wisdom to call it off." After a late-night spiral, when the house is silent but the shame is loud, he mutters, "Settle. Take the first thing tomorrow offers." Make the ache stop with any yes. These are not shepherd tones. These are snares disguised as solutions. I am not a taskmaster. I am a father. I do not heal you by hurrying you into harm. Write this rule on your ribs and say it out loud with me. If you are trembling, you pause. If you are numb, you pause. If you are desperate, you pause. Again, slower, let it settle. If you are trembling, you pause. If you are numb, you pause. If you are desperate, you pause. Your pause is not procrastination. Your pause is a tourniquet that saves the limb of your future. Bleeding hearts make binding deals that healthy hearts would never sign. Haste will hand you a lifetime of payments for a moment of relief. Peace will give you timing that turns relief into restoration. You have called yourself indecisive when you were actually injured. You have accused your soul of cowardice when it was catching its breath. Hear me. You are not indecisive. You are learning discernment. You are not slow. You are safe. You are not behind. You are being aligned. I would rather have you arrive whole than arrive early and hemorrhaging. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, but I will not let you use panic as your passport. I will guide you step by step, but I will not compete with your panic. Think of an emergency room. The physician does not ask you to sign a life-altering consent while your blood pressure is crashing and your vision is narrowing. First, we stop the bleeding. First, we stabilize. Then, we step. This is my order in your decisions. Pause, pray, listen, in that order. If your hands shake when you type, do not send it. If your chest tightens when you reach for the pen, set it down. If your mind is sprinting, take a knee. Drink water, step into light. Put your feet on the ground and breathe until your breath belongs to you again. Ask for wisdom. Call the voice that loves your soul more than your speed. Sleep on it unless I speak with the peace that does not evaporate with the sunrise. Do not make permanent choices to medicate temporary emotions. Rejection, loneliness, anger, exhaustion. These are real, but they are not rulers. After the argument, wait until your words can honor, even as you set a boundary. After the disappointment, wait until you can see the lesson without turning it into a lie about your worth. After the late-night spiral, wait until morning light exposes which thoughts were torment and which were truth. I am not teasing you with delay. I am guarding you with timing. I will never require you to betray your peace to obey me. There will be a moment when your feelings burn off like fog and the outline of the road appears again. That is when you move, not because the pressure demands, but because peace confirms. My direction may be challenging, but it will not be chaotic. It will ask for courage, not compulsion. It will require honesty, not histrionics. When you sense that settled strength, you can say yes without apologizing to your nervous system. That is how you will know you are deciding healed, not deciding to heal. Listen to me protect you in plain speech. Do not quit a covenant because you are mad in a midnight hour. Do not marry an option because you are tired of being alone on a Sunday afternoon. Do not take the first offer because the last one said no, and your pride wants proof. Do not move cities because an argument made a room feel small. Do not empty your account because shame wants to buy a different story overnight. The enemy will push you to perform a rescue I have not assigned. I will teach you to receive a rescue I have already prepared. Remember the house I showed you, the table set, the windows steady, the air governed by peace. Decisions made in that house are made from that house, even before you step into its literal walls. Do not decide like a refugee when I have called you a homeowner. Do not choose from scarcity when I have prepared abundance. Do not punish your future for today's feelings. The address I promised is still there in the morning. Favor does not expire at midnight. What has your name on it will not be stolen because you chose wisdom over a rush. Now speak these calibrations aloud with me as a sign between us. I refuse to decide while bleeding. I choose safer timing. My pause is obedience, not avoidance. My emotions are real, but peace is my ruler. I am not indecisive. I am learning discernment. Again, slower. I refuse to decide while bleeding. I choose safer timing. My pause is obedience, not avoidance. Peace is my ruler. When the next flare of feeling comes, you already know what to do. Hand the wound to me first. Tend to your body. Tell the truth without tying it to a timeline. Write the message you want to send and save it in drafts. Let wisdom sleep and wake with you. I am not going anywhere. I am in the room where you decide, and I will make the right time as clear as the right step. Haste is a trap. Peace is the confirmation. Aligned obedience unlocks the prepared inheritance. Stay with me, and when you move, it will be because wholeness led you, not because hurt shoved you. My child, now that your breath belongs to you again, put these tools in your hands. I told you I would not comfort you without counsel. A wise decision is not just what you choose. It is the spirit you choose from. I am giving you a simple gate that guards your future and reveals your motives in real time. 3 questions. Ask them before you move, and ask them in my presence, not in your panic. They will not make you slower. They will make you safer. They will not make you smaller. They will make you truer. Question 1. Alignment. Does this move pull you toward peace and purpose, or does it shrink you back into survival? Feel that in your chest as you ask it. When a decision aligns with me, your breath widens, not because it is easy, but because it is honest. You feel taller on the inside, not because of pride, but because your soul stands up straight. Peace is not the absence of challenge. It is the presence of order under challenge. Survival, however, narrows you. It tells you to prove, to hurry, to hide. It says, do this or you'll lose everything, while peace says, do this and you'll lose nothing that is truly yours. Look at the house I showed you. Steady windows, a table set. Can this decision sit at that table without knocking over the glasses? Can it rest under those windows without rattling in the wind? If it belongs to survival, it will demand you to shrink, to apologize for existing, to trade joy for jittery relief. If it belongs to purpose, it will ask for courage, yes, but not for contortion. It will pull you into who you actually are, not back into who pain tried to make you. Question 2. Fruit. What will this produce in 90 days? Clarity and growth, or confusion and regret? I am the God of seed time and harvest. Fruit tells the truth about root. Close your eyes and walk your imagination 3 months from this yes. See the calendar on the kitchen wall. Circles, notes, a few crossed-out lines. Do you feel more anchored or more frantic? Are your mornings steadier, or do you dread opening your eyes? Picture your relationships. Are conversations cleaner, boundaries respected, tenderness increasing? Or are you rehearsing explanations, apologizing for what your spirit never agreed to, constantly editing yourself to survive the room? Look at your finances. Are numbers getting simpler, debt shrinking, provisions stabilized, or have you bought yourself new panic with fine print you ignored because you wanted the rush of now? Check your sleep. Do you rest, or are you waking at 3 a.m. to bargain with anxiety? In 90 days, peace produces clarity lines and small, honest wins that stack. Panic produces fog and the ache of I knew better. Ask it plainly. In 90 days, will this choice make me more whole or more split? Will it train my life to grow or to manage damage? Question 3. Voice. Is this motivated by faith or fear? Am I trying to obey God or impress people? Faith is not volume. It is confidence in my character. It can whisper and still move mountains because it agrees with me. Fear shouts and still shrinks rooms because it agrees with loss. Ask yourself, If no one ever knew I made this move, would I still want it? If the applause never arrived, would the obedience still make sense? Whose disappointment am I terrified of? Mine or a crowd I've given too much power to? Fear makes you perform to be kept. Faith lets you be known and still sent. Fear needs an audience. Faith honors hiddenness. Fear pushes timelines to outrun shame. Faith keeps pace with peace and refuses to call recklessness boldness. Hold the pen over the page and let this question sift your motives. If the answer tastes like impressing, you already know that is not your shepherd. If it tastes like obedience, it will carry a weight that feels like rest. Now, I am going to teach you a listening practice that will make these questions sharp in your hands. Get a piece of paper, yes, right now. If you cannot write, imagine the page. I see your agreement. At the top, write the decision in one sentence. Clear, short, no spin. Under that, write the pressure. Name it. Deadline, fear, debt, loneliness, pride, FOMO, a parent's voice, an old wound. Write all of it. Do not sanitize it to sound holy. I already know the truth, and truth is what I heal. Then write the peace. Describe what peace would look like around this decision. What timing, what boundaries, what counsel, what number, what day, which room. Where does your body relax in the picture? Be specific. Peace is not vague. Panic is vague. Now set a timer for 2 minutes. Whisper the decision to me. Then stop talking. Let me answer. I will not compete with your panic, but I will speak into your pause. Do you feel a word settle? A face come to mind you need to call? A scripture cadence without striving? A picture as simple as a green light or a red one, a door or a window, a table or a tight hallway? Do not strain. Notice. Write what lands with weight. If all you feel is the instruction to wait, write that. Waiting can be a word. Obedience is worship, not performance. When the timer ends, look at what you wrote and run it back through the 3 questions. Alignment, fruit, voice. You will feel the counterfeit get quieter. Say this out loud with me to set this in your bones. My decisions will be made from peace, not pressure. My purpose will not be traded for survival. I sow for fruit I want to eat in 90 days. I obey God, not the crowd. Again slower so your nervous system hears you. From peace, not pressure. From purpose, not survival. Fruit I want to eat. Obedience, not performance. Hear me guarding you. Do not rush to collect a sign I did not send. Do not force a yes to make someone else comfortable. Do not slap faith on what is actually fear dressed up in urgency. I am not a man that I should lie. I do not tease my children. If I am leading you, I will confirm it with peace that survives the night, counsel that honors your soul, and fruit that tastes like righteousness, clarity, steadiness, right relationships, provision that does not punish you to keep it. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, but your agreement with panic can delay what peace would have delivered. Break that agreement. Make a better one. Put this filter where decisions find you, near your phone, next to your wallet, on the inside cover of your journal. Before you reply, ask the 3. Before you sign, ask the 3. Before you surrender or strive, ask the 3. If your yes can pass alignment, fruit, and voice, move with courage. If it cannot, wait without shame. I am not late, I am precise. My child, one more step in real time. Whisper the decision you are holding. Be honest. Now be quiet with me for a beat. There, did you feel your shoulders drop? Did the frantic edge dull even slightly? That is me. I am here. Write what you sensed, and remember, when you choose from peace, you are already walking in your inheritance. When you choose from fear, you are already negotiating it away. Choose the spirit you choose from. That is wisdom. That is safety. That is how aligned obedience unlocks what I have already prepared. My child, bring your attention here. Your mouth is not commentary. It is a steering wheel. You do not merely describe where you are with your words. You direct where you are going. Doors listen to your tongue. Atmospheres respond to your sound. Angels and assignments are activated by agreement. Complaints are not harmless venting. They are signatures on contracts with defeat. Declarations are not empty hype. They are seeds sown into the field of your future. I am teaching you to guard your mouth because I am protecting your inheritance. I will not let you keep speaking like a tenant when I have named you an heir. Listen to me. Life and death are not theories. They are outcomes released by what you continually say. Say a thing long enough, and you give it a chair at your table. Murmur long enough, and the wilderness will start to call itself home. Praise with precision, and provision will find the address of your faith. The enemy studies your mouth because he knows if he can recruit your tongue, he does not have to fight your destiny. You will weaken it by agreement. That ends now. Your mouth will no longer be a megaphone for fear or a billboard for lack. Your mouth will be a key that opens what I prepared and locks what I did not send. This is how we turn the wheel. Replace the old phrases with covenant language that matches what I am doing. When you want to say, I can't, say, God is making a way and I will walk it. When you want to groan, it's over. Say, it's being rearranged for my good and His glory. When you feel, I'm stuck, say, I am being positioned and prepared. When your flesh says, I always mess this up, say, I am being trained in wisdom. I learn quickly and I recover faster. When the room tempts you to mumble, no one ever helps me, say, help is already in motion. Favor is finding me. When shame whispers, this is just who I am, declare, I am who He says I am, chosen, covered, and called. Take the phrases that kept you small and trade them for truth that makes you stand up inside. Say this out loud with me right now, strong and slow, so your nervous system hears heaven. I will not sabotage my future with my mouth. I agree with heaven. I reject fear. My tongue is a key. My words are aligned with peace, not panic, with promise, not pressure, with purpose, not performance. I bless my path. I bless my home. I bless my relationships. I bless my work. I bless my body. I bless my timeline. Again, closer to a whisper but with more weight. I will not sabotage my future with my mouth. I agree with heaven. I reject fear. Peace is my language. Promise is my dialect. Purpose is my tone. Now receive this instruction as a sign between us. For the next 24 hours, I am putting you on a speech. Fast. This is not punishment. This is precision. From this moment until the same moment tomorrow, you will abstain from negativity, gossip, and self-cursing. If a sentence starts with, I'm so stupid, I always, I never, they all, or any blanket despair, close your lips and breathe. If conversation turns toward tearing down someone not in the room, excuse yourself or change the subject by blessing the absent instead of bruising them. If your tongue reaches for complaint, redirect it into gratitude or intercession. Replace, why is this happening to me, with show me what you are teaching me, and thank you that you are with me in it. If you slip, do not spiral. Correct quickly. Say out loud, I cancel those words in the name of Jesus. I plant truth in their place. Then speak the replacement phrase that aligns with peace. This is how you break agreements and make new ones in real time. My child, your legacy listens to what you say. Speak like the promise is real. Children learn a household's faith by the sounds between meals. Friends learn your boundaries by the words you choose under pressure. Even your own soul takes notes from your tongue. You are training your inner world to either brace for impact or prepare for increase. Remember the house I showed you, windows that do not rattle, a table set for reconciliation, air governed by peace. Speak like you already live there. Talk to bills as if paid in full is your native language. Talk to conflict as if healing has receipts. Talk to opportunities with the dignity of someone who knows they are not starving. Start blessing rooms before you enter them. You will notice they start greeting you like they expected you. Hear me as a father who guards you. I would rather you be silent than curse what I am building with careless talk. I am not asking you to pretend. I am commanding you to prophesy. Truth does not ignore facts. Truth outranks them. Stop giving the enemy your microphone. Stop narrating nightmares as if they are inevitable. Stop rehearsing old injuries until they become your only introduction. Your identity is not survivor with a sharp tongue. Your identity is heir with a trained mouth. When you cannot yet see the road, speak peace to your feet anyway. When you do not know how the numbers will close, bless your accounts and bless your counsel. When you feel alone, say aloud, I am surrounded. Say it until the room remembers. Let us seal this with a final decree. Hand over your mouth to me like the steering wheel it is. Lay your hand on your chest and say, my mouth agrees with my Maker. I bless what heaven is building in me. I refuse alliances with fear, complaint, or gossip. I am not a victim. I am an heir. I speak as one who will sit at the table of inheritance. My words are keys. I open only the doors assigned to me, and I lock the doors that harm me. The gates of hell cannot stop what you have decreed, and my tongue will not slow what peace has prepared. It is done. Watch what happens as you honor this 24-hour fast. Tension will lose its script in your presence. Conversations will shift tone without you arguing. Ideas will arrive because you made room by refusing to host gossip. You will feel taller in your own story because your words will stop stooping to pick up lies. Keep going. When the 24 hours end, do not return to old languages like a dog to its vomit. Adopt this as culture, quick to bless, slow to speak, careful to agree, eager to declare what I have said. Guard your mouth, my child. Guard it like a front door, because it is, and what comes through it will determine who gets to live in the house I have prepared for you. My child, now that your mouth is trained and your breath has settled, make a sign with me. Seal this moment. Private agreement is powerful, but a public yes breaks isolation and fear. The enemy works best in the dark, in secrets, in almost decisions that never become declarations. I am asking you to turn this private surrender into a protected turning point. A small act of obedience will unlock momentum that striving could not manufacture. This is not hype. This is prophecy. I do not tease my children. Before the swirl tries to reclaim you, do this now as a sign between us. Type these exact words. I will pause, pray, and listen. Type it as a sentence, not a slogan. Put your name under it if you can. Own it. Then type, I am ready for God's timing. Do not change the phrasing to make it clever. Precision matters because agreement matters. If your hands tremble as you write, that trembling is the sound of old agreements losing their grip. If shame tries to make you hide, remember, hiddenness is where fear multiplies. A public yes breaks its math. Press the like button as a covenant marker, not for attention, for alignment. Let it be a small stone on the path, a visible reminder that you stood here and chose peace over panic. Share this with 3 people you love who are standing at their own decision gates. Not to prove anything, to multiply protection. When you plant agreement, you harvest clarity. When you share, it multiplies back to you. Seed time and harvest do not skip the digital field. Your written words are seeds and platforms are soil. I use even this. I sanctify even this. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and hell certainly cannot hijack what you consecrate to me. I hear your thought, isn't this performative? Hear me, this is not for attention. This is for alignment. Performance seeks applause. Covenant seeks accountability. Attention looks at you, alignment looks to me. Your micro yes is not a performance. It is a permission slip. It authorizes peace to govern your next steps and signals heaven that you accept the order I gave you. Pause, pray, listen. I am not asking you to be loud. I am asking you to be clear. Clarity is a weapon. Clarity is a wall. Clarity is a bridge. Your clarity does not need to trend. It just needs to be true. Some of you feel silly typing. Good. I often wrap power in simplicity so your pride cannot counterfeit it. A sling and 5 stones, a widow's small jar, a staff lifted over water, tiny acts that turn tides. Do not despise your micro yes. It is not small to me. It is seed that contains forests. It is a key that turns an engine. It is a hinge that swings a heavy door. You are not trying to move the mountain in a moment. You are moving your heart into position so that mountains must obey when you speak. Make the sign doubly. Type it publicly and text it privately to the one who loves your soul more than your speed. Send, hold me to this. I will pause, pray, and listen before I decide. I am ready for God's timing. Put it on the lock screen of your phone for the next 3 days. Pause, pray, listen. Tape the phrase on your mirror. Write the date in your journal with the words, covenant signed. This is how you turn a moment into culture. This is how you teach tomorrow that today changed something. Expect resistance in the next 60 seconds. A notification, a stray thought, a sudden urgency to check something else. That is not coincidence. The enemy will do anything to steal the seed before it sinks. Defy him gently. Finish typing, finish sharing, finish the sign. Say out loud, I refuse to be rushed out of alignment. Breathe. Hit send. Let the act stand as an altar. Now listen for the hush that follows obedience. Do you feel the room become less complicated? Do you sense the weight in your chest redistribute into strength? That is not placebo. That is peace taking its rightful seat. You have given me something to bless, a yes that I can build on. Momentum comes to those who commit in the small before they command in the large. The house I showed you, the steady windows, the table set, its atmosphere is built on repeated micro yeses like this. Speak like you live there, decide like you live there, act like you live there, and the address in the natural will meet the address you have chosen in the spirit. Say this out loud with me now to seal your sign. My public yes is a covenant, not a performance. My words are seeds. My agreement is soil. I plant alignment and I will harvest clarity. I bless peace to govern my timing. I choose a micro yes today, and momentum will follow. Again slower. My public yes is a covenant. My words are seeds. I will harvest clarity. Peace governs my timing. Momentum follows obedience. My child, I am marking this moment. Heaven records it. Hell resents it. Your future welcomes it. Do not underestimate what will begin to move because you moved your heart and your hands in the same direction. You will notice conversations soften without you begging. You will notice counsel appear without you chasing. You will notice the next right step light up without strain. Agreement organizes chaos. Alignment attracts assistance. Covenant invites covering. If you are in a place where you cannot type, whisper it now and write it as soon as you can. If you have already typed it, lay your hand on your chest and simply say, "It is done. I heard you. I honor you. I am not late. I am precise." Now that you have marked this moment with a sign, I am going to give you what to do next. Today, your next 72 hours will not be random. They will be a confirmation window, and I will make the path unmistakable. Stay with me. My child, hear me with your whole attention. I have marked your next 72 hours. From this very minute, time is not random. It is ordered. I am placing confirmations in your path, like lit stones on a trail. numbers that repeat when you need reassurance, messages that arrive at the moment you ask for counsel, unexpected peace that sits in your chest when you consider the right step, a door that opens without contortion, a warning that protects you from a counterfeit offer. Do not make this complicated. I am near and I am clear. Haste is a trap. Peace is the confirmation. Aligned obedience unlocks the prepared inheritance. That is not theory. That is timetable. Mark the clock. Whisper the time out loud. Write it if you can. 72 hours from now, you will look back and say, "He ordered my steps." Within this window, you will notice patterns. A phrase you just prayed appearing in a text from a trusted friend. A number on a receipt that repeats across your day. A song from your childhood arriving with lyrics that answer your question. An email that removes a barrier you thought you had to bulldoze. You will also notice protections. A delay that feels inconvenient but spares you from a snare. A closed door that refuses to flatter your ego. A check in your spirit that will not be argued down by urgency. Let me interpret for you. When peace survives the night, proceed. When panic insists on a same-day answer, pause. I am not late, I am precise. Now here is what I require from you as a sign of our agreement. 3 things. Simple, weighty. Do them, and the path will be unmistakable. First, make a stillness appointment with me each day in this window. 10 minutes, no phone, same time. Choose the hour right now. Morning, lunch, evening. Consistency is the training. Set an alarm and title it, Pause, Pray, Listen. When it chimes, come exactly as you are. Sit in a chair that signals attention, not collapse. Put the screen in another room. Whisper, "Speak, Lord, your child is listening," and breathe slowly until your shoulders drop. For 10 minutes, let me have the loudest voice. If thoughts wander, do not scold them. Gather them and lay them down. I am not grading you. I am guiding you. In that space, picture the house I showed you. White walls, wide windows, the sound of waves in a rhythm that steadies your heart. Ask your question in 1 sentence. Then be quiet. You will notice a word, a face, a scripture cadence, a sense of go or wait. Peace will mark it. When the 10 minutes end, write 1 line. What you sensed, not paragraphs you perform. Do this 3 days in a row at the same time. Recognition is trained, and I am training yours. Second, take 1 obedient step you already know to take, not 5, not flashy, 1. Obedience is the bridge between what I revealed and what you will walk on. If the step is reconciliation, send the message that says, "Can we talk? I am sorry for my part." If the step is stewardship, open your account, make the budget, cancel the subscription, put cash in an envelope labeled peace. If the step is order, clear 1 surface, the table where decisions stack and dust collects. Wipe it and pray over it as the table where wisdom will meet you. If the step is application, submit it before the sun sets. Excellence without anxiety. If the step is counsel, call the voice that honors your soul and does not exploit your hurry. If the step is rest, schedule it like a meeting with me and keep it without apology. If the step is exercise, take the walk and let the rhythm of your feet agree with the rhythm of the waves I showed you. If the step is boundaries, unfollow the feed that keeps you reactive. Silence the thread that breeds fear. Change the setting that steals your stillness. Small steps stack. They build rooms you will live in. Third, establish a protection boundary around the big decision. Do not decide while bleeding. Delay until peace arrives. If someone demands an immediate answer, use this sentence as your shield. I will respond after I pause, pray, and listen. Say it calmly. Put a time on it if needed. I will get back to you by insert day and hour within the window. If the opportunity cannot survive that boundary, it is not your opportunity. I am your source, not a deadline, not a person who thrives on your panic. Refuse manipulation cloaked as urgency. Real doors do not require you to sprint past peace. True favor respects order. If pressure escalates, step back. If threats appear, recognize the mask. I do not tease my children, and I do not bless what bullies you. Let this be law in your spirit. No peace, no purchase, no peace, no partnership. No peace, no paper, no peace, no post. Peace is not lazy, it is lordship. Let it rule. I am giving you a way to notice confirmations without chasing them. Expect 3 in this window, at least 1 inside you, at least 1 through people, and at least 1 in the world around you. Inside confirmation will feel like weight that rests, not a weight that scrambles. You will breathe deeper when you speak the option aloud. People confirmation will arrive through voices that honor your destiny more than your drama. Wise counsel, not flattery. Correction with kindness, not control. A timely text that mirrors your prayer without fishing for it. World confirmation will show up in patterns, numbers repeating, a message on a billboard that echoes your journal phrase, a song or scripture you could not escape if you tried, a door that opens so plainly you do not need to pry. And remember, warning is also kindness. A nudge to wait is still me speaking, a tech glitch that stops a contract, a headache that quiets when you step away from a room, an unease that does not pass with explanation. That is not the enemy winning, that is me protecting. Create a simple log for these 72 hours. Title it Confirmation Window. Write the timestamp and the moment, the number, the message, the peace, the door, the warning. Next to it, write what it makes you feel, wider breath or tighter chest. Do not analyze yourself into exhaustion. Note it, bless it, and keep moving in obedience. At the end of each day, read the log aloud at your stillness appointment. You will see a thread forming. I am not talking in riddles. I am weaving assurance. Say this out loud with me so your body hears the boundary and your heart remembers the peace. I move at the pace of peace. I refuse manipulation. I will not trade order for urgency. I will take one obedient step today. I will meet God in stillness tomorrow. I am in a confirmation window, and I will see it. Do not be surprised when ease appears where you expected effort. Do not dismiss how a simple "not yet" preserves you. Do not argue with the door I close for your safety. I am guiding you like a father who knows the path in the dark. I saw the moment you almost gave up. I kept the house set and the table ready. You are not wandering. You are being escorted. By the end of this window, you will either hold a green light that survived the night, a red light that rescued you from regret, or a yellow light that asks you to walk with me at a measured pace. All 3 are mercy. All 3 are clarity. And remember, clarity is not only an answer, it is the spirit you answer from. Choose peace, and you choose from your inheritance. Now place your hand on your heart and seal this with me. My next 72 hours are ordered by God. I will pause, pray, and listen. I will take the next obedient step. I will delay the decision until peace arrives. I will honor protection as kindness. Nothing can steal what you have decreed. The gates of hell cannot stop what you have spoken over me. It is done, and I will walk it out.